Let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Hi, Tony Frost, lifelong Browns fan, 56 years old. Got one question. I see we brought K. York back. Do we still have Dustin Hopkins under contract? I wasn't sure what his contract consisted of. Thank you very much.
As always, appreciate all the voicemails. Casey, Hopkins is under contract, $2.87 million for next year, so one more year left on that. The Cade York signing is a pretty good one. If you thought he was talented enough to draft him where you drafted him, get him on the practice squad and see if he can develop.
Yeah, no brainer. This is just an opportunity. You know, like you just said, they thought enough to draft a young man, and it was viewed around the league. Like, it wasn't like they took a chance. Like, he was the consensus best kicker available. They took a swing on him. Immediately dividends were paid, and then there were some gaps in consistency, and then he did what he did during the preseason last year. And they understand that during their winning window, they have to have consistency at that position, so they had to make the move to bring a veteran in. But if you have the opportunity to bring that young man in, get him on the practice squad, and let him work through some things where you don't have to rely on him to actually be on the field, that's a no-brainer. You know, and if it gets 5-6 weeks in and it's evident that there's something's not clicking, you move on and you bring another guy in. But this is a no harm, no foul. I know some people are going to have PTSD over just seeing York, you know, because you're probably going to get to see him work in during the preseason and do some things. But that's what this young man needed. He took some lumps, you know, and to be a kicker, you have to be mentally strong. So if he's able to get through that, and he definitely has the skill, he has the leg, he just has to put it together between the years. And if he can do that, he can have a long career in the NFL, even if it's not with Cleveland. So more power to the Browns, bringing a guy in, you know, they already had faith in. Bring him in, let him work through his stuff, and eventually that might pay dividends down the road.
It also shows you they trust their evaluation of players, and we've seen that time and time again. But this regime, Andrew Berry, Kevin Stefanski, when they like a guy, they're going to give him the opportunity to develop. And that's the sign of a good organization, actually.
Yeah, stay the course. You know, and everybody wants change. Everyone wants to blow everything up every other week and start over. But the reality is that's the reason this regime's still here. And it's the reason they're in talks right now to get an extension, is because they believe in their process. And the organization believes in their process. And that's what gets you to these results. So, and we're talking about a practice squad kicker. What does it hurt to bring him in and try to let him work through his issues? This is the no-brainer for me.